If you notice his words never matches his actions, you're not gonna get the relationship. You're hearing strategy here. He's using a strategy on you. And bro, it just is never gonna be you. It's never gonna be you. It's never gonna be you and him. Alright, girlies. I'm about to air this out. Now, I know I've talked about dating before, but this time I want to highlight something that I see happening to way too many of my girls out here in Japan. Like what's up with y'all? What's going on? Y'all are not reading between the lines when it comes to these niggas. Now, I know them lines are blurry as fuck. So let's sit down and talk woman to woman and talk about these pump fake men. This video is for the ladies, but I do know that I have some male viewers and subscribers, as tiny as my subscriber count is. But yeah, to my male viewers, you are welcome, but...
Well, I have a microphone and you don't.
So you will listen to every damn word I have to say!
Now, we all know what a pump fake is. A pump fake man is when he acts like he wants you, right? He's giving you the signs, the energy, the little signals, the little fake promises, and you think you're about to get the full play. But when it's time to actually step up, like when it's time for that nigga to actually step up, that boy gone. Like, he pulled the pump fake like it's game 7 of the NBA finals and didn't even take the shot. Now, these men are everywhere in every country, of course, okay? Men are men. But I feel Japan has a special breed of them because it's harder to see. The men are a bit harder to read out here, and they're pretty quiet, shy, and reserved. So you kind of wouldn't expect it from them, I feel. It just looks different. You think, oh, you know, this feels safer than home. But men are men. They just run their plays in different ways. So these are kind of the stages that you're gonna see in this type of man, and just things to like look out for. So at first, you know, it's gonna be all charming games. He's gonna ask you about your favorite things, remember little small things, remember your little shits, drop compliments, and pretend like he's checking in regularly. And he'll throw in little corny compliments like, oh, that's why you're so cute, you look so cute at this angle. Feels good, right? But this is one of the signs to look out for. It's all surface level. He's not really making space for real connection. He's making it appear as if you're getting attention without actually having to do the action and put in some work, right? The atmosphere is nice, but it's shallow. He's keeping you intrigued without actually committing to anything meaningful. Then, you know, it gets to that point where he starts talking about a future together with you. Like I said before in one of my videos, making long-term plans for no reason. He'll try to sell you this thing that he's trying to do just so he can keep you on his roster. But it's not gonna go anywhere. And then it's gonna get to that point because, you know, you've been hanging out for a while. You know, you've been going to each other's houses, or maybe just your house because he's hiding something at his, who knows? And, you know, you've been hanging out for a while. So you're gonna wanna ask this question. And before I get anywhere, ladies, women, we should not be asking this question in 2025. If you are asking this question in 2025, it's seriously just GG's for you. It's gonna get to that point where you ask, so what are we? Or try to define the relationship in whatever way that goes these days. Then the excuses are gonna start rolling in and he's gonna disappear. He's gonna dodge that question, of course, or just go quiet, make vague promises, make vague excuses, he just wants the benefits. He wants the attention. He wants the closeness without actually taking full accountability, of course. Then he will fully vanish. He's gonna pull the, oh, I'm just going through a lot right now, or my mental, I just really don't want to be around anyone. Those text messages are gonna become more longer and spaced out, if there's any at all, even. And then he's going to disappear. Now, he'll probably reappear at some point. Maybe at that point he needs the attention or just wants to remind you that he exists. But the pattern, it's gonna keep repeating if you let it. And the signs were there the whole time. All these nice things without actually doing anything. Attention without real effort. Connection without substance. That's how you realize a pump fake before it drains your energy. And why it's so important to protect yourself early. Like, they will literally stack your ego with all this sweet shit, with all these sweet memories, these sweet words, and there's never gonna be any consistency or depth behind it. If you notice his words never matches his actions, you're not gonna get the relationship. You're hearing strategy here. He's using a strategy on you. And bro, it just is never gonna be you. It's never gonna be you. It's never gonna be you and him. Okay, like why do we let guys like do this? Like, if he did it one time, he's gonna do it again. If he says sorry and then does the same thing, he's not sorry. Let it go. You just gotta let it go. Let it go. This thing this guy that you're crushing over, and you're trying to decode the messages and shit and just decode his actions. If you have to do that, let it go. So I'm gonna tell y'all a little story. Now, quick disclaimer before I get into the story. When I talk about some of the dates that I've been on, my past 2022 experiences, don't let your mind go there, okay? I'm not out here giving free pussy, okay? My legs are closed, okay? I keep them legs closed. And honestly, you shouldn't be out here just giving these men free access either, just because he took you out on a date and paid for a meal. You don't owe no man, your secret garden just because he did that. Especially like when some of them can't even send a proper text back. Like, if you can't even get a text back, bro, no, what are you doing? And out of all of these dates that I've been on, there's only one Japanese guy I've ever actually been in a real relationship with, like actual boyfriend girlfriend status, and that was the last. Never again. So when I first moved to Japan, like my first year here, I met this guy off an app. Don't ask me which one. I'm not. So at the time, I wasn't really looking for anything too serious. I just kind of wanted to see where things would go, see what was out there. And he was some fine shit. He was attractive and polite, perfect age for me, all that good stuff. Now, the first date, solid. Second date, even more solid. We had good conversation, a good back and forth. Everything felt smooth. So I was thinking, okay, I'm getting some green flag energy from this guy. So I'm willing to see what's next and see where it could go. So after the second date, I suggested a third one, and I was just like, I know this cute little spot. So he said, yeah, he's down. Later that night, he texts me like, can't wait to see you again for that date you mentioned. I'm like, okay, cool. Let's lock this in. Now, obviously, there's more to the story, guys, but I'm trying to shorten this shit up. This video is already getting kind of long. So I don't want to hear nobody in comments say, it doesn't match up. Shut the fuck up. So I hit him with, just let me know when you're free, and I'll work around that. Boom. Balls in his court, right? And this is where the pump fake starts. Instead of following up, This man basically just says like, I'll let you know, but he said it like in a polite way. No date set, no next move, just. And mind you, we've been texting every day since day one. So it's kind of like after the second date, suddenly he starts to just get kind of wishy-washy. So I'm thinking, oh, okay, well, maybe he's just not that serious and he was just trying to be polite about going on a third date. Like, bitch ass nigga, I ain't about to chase you. So cool. I'm not chasing nobody. I left him on red. Living my life. I'm good. I'm straight. Not even a day later, obviously he noticed that I left him on red. I ain't say nothing to the message. Here he come out the woodwork. Well, not really out the woodwork. It was just a day. But here he comes saying, hey, how was your week? I've been so busy. Like, boy, what? If you too busy to plan the date you said you were down for, why are you in my inbox? What the but I'm nice, so I replied. I told him I've been good. I got some stuff going on, and I asked him how was he. I left it open-ended. And guess what this man does next? He does not leave me on red, but he leaves me on unread for days. For what, nigga? What the fuck do you want with me? I left you on red the first time, so why the fuck did you text me and not say anything? What was the fucking point of that shit? You wanted some attention? You wanted some validation? Get the fuck out of here. Not over here, bro. And this is what I mean by protect your peace and protect your energy. Don't let these men make you play the game. Silence is loud, so the best thing to do when it comes to these little texting wars, just don't say anything. I know that is easier said than done, but seriously, don't say nothing. If he wanted to, he would. And if he's playing these little texting mind games, let him play by his damn self, okay? Let him play into the void, not with you. Don't get stuck into the cycle of responding just because he threw you a couple of sprinkles. A man who is serious about you will make it clear, okay? No mixed signals, no disappearing. Do not chase, okay? Do not be a pick-me-sha. Do not be a pick-me girl. Put that phone down. Stop checking that thread. The nigga is playing. Just leave it alone. So Japan comes with its own set of stereotypes, of course, just like every other place, but we are in Japan, so that is what we're talking about. So some men will see you as an experience, not as a person. They'll hype you up, act like they're obsessed with you, but it's not really you they are interested in, it's the idea of you. And too many of us confuse that attention for real affection. Real connection, especially if back home you didn't get that attention. You start thinking, oh wow, he must really like me, he must really be into me. But sis, no. Well, compliments are not commitment. Sex is not love. And lust, that shit will have us all fooled, because we all like lust, right? Lust is loud, but it's empty. Think of it like this. It's like eating a whole cake on an empty stomach. It feels good because you were hungry as fuck, right? You were craving it. You got the sugar rush and you think you feel satisfied. You do feel satisfied for like the first 5 minutes, but then you get sick. You got the bubble guts and you're still hungry for real food after you shit everything out. And then you're mad at yourself for even indulging in it. At some point you're gonna say to yourself, I wish I did not eat that cake. I should have just waited for dinner, whatever. But real love is the full course meal. Trust, respect, and depth. That's when the kisses will feel safe and have meaning, and the touches will feel sacred and not cheap. So a little review. This is a game plan of a pump fake man. They create hope. They'll talk about future plans, vacations, even kids sometime, pure fantasy talk. Then they'll give attention, not effort. Little check-ins here and there so you feel a little special, but nothing is ever going to move forward. And then they just fall off the radar when it is time to actually do some shit. And that's the final move. They'll just disappear or give you excuses, and then you're left thinking that you did something when they've been running this shit in the background the whole time and running the same play they run on every girl. So, moral of the story, don't fall for the pump fake. Don't let a man waste your time with half effort, and just protect your energy, protect your peace, and protect your time. All right, guys. So what did you think of the video? Do you have any pump fake stories or situations that you have gone through in Japan, or hell, in general? Doesn't even just have to be in Japan, but I just know a lot of these girls out here be falling for that shit. Like, oof, y'all, it's bad out here, bro. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think or what you've experienced. All right, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. You know what to do. I'm out.